Welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint,
Oh,
where we take a deep dive into all things retirement. And today,
I love a good deep dive.
we're tackling gold IRAs,
Oh, yeah. Hey.
and a lot of interest in this one from you American retirees out there
Wow.
looking for a secure future.
Yeah.
You've been sending in your research, your articles,
Mhm.
even a case study about a guy named John who used a gold
Oh,
IRA.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've got it all right here.
Okay.
And I'm here with our expert to break it all down.
Great to be here.
So glad to have you.
Excited to dive in.
And before we go any further, if you want a little help navigating this whole gold IRA world,
Yeah.
we've got a free checklist over at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
That's a great resource.
It'll walk you through choosing the right gold IRA company. All
Mhm.
right, so let's jump in.
Let's do it.
One thing that really stood out from all the stuff you sent is this idea of shifting from wealth accumulation to wealth preservation in retirement.
Big shift.
Can you talk about
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. So, you spend most of your working life building that nest egg, right?
Yeah.
Investing in stocks, bonds, trying to grow your savings as much as possible.
Right.
But then you hit retirement and it's like a whole different ball game.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly, it's less about making more money and more about
Yeah.
protecting what you've already earned.
Making it last.
Exactly. Making sure that nest egg is secure for the long haul.
Right, because you've worked hard all your life.
Yeah. You don't want to see it disappear.
Yeah.
And that's where portfolio diversification comes in.
Okay.
Because traditional assets like stocks and bonds,
Hmm.
it can be volatile.
Yeah.
The market can go up.
Up and down.
It can go down.
Yeah.
Inflation can eat away at your savings.
Okay.
And that's why a lot of people are looking at alternative investments like gold as a way to mitigate those risks.
Okay, so that's where gold comes in.
That's where gold comes in.
Yeah. Now, I'll admit, when I first heard about gold IRAs, I was like, really gold?
Yeah.
Isn't that a little...
I get it. It's an understandable reaction.
Yeah.
But gold has this unique quality that makes it really appealing for retirees.
Okay.
It tends to hold its value even when everything else is going haywire.
So like a safe haven.
Exactly. A safe haven during economic storms.
Okay.
Historically, gold has been a hedge against inflation.
Okay.
When the cost of goods and services goes up,
Mhm.
the value of gold tends to rise as well.
Okay.
And that's because gold is a finite resource.
Okay.
There's only so much of it in the world.
Right.
And that scarcity contributes to its enduring value.
So while your dollars might buy less over time because of inflation, gold could potentially keep up.
Exactly.
Okay.
It provides a sense of security knowing that a portion of your savings is protected from the erosive effects of inflation.
Okay, so let's say someone's convinced about gold. How does a gold IRA actually work?
All right, so you can't just stash gold bars under your mattress.
No. There's a specific process involved.
Okay.
First, you need to choose an IRS-approved custodian.
Okay, a custodian.
Yeah, this is a company that specializes in managing self-directed IRAs,
Mm.
including those that hold precious metals like gold.
So not just your typical bank.
Not necessarily. You want a custodian who really understands the ins and outs of gold IRAs
Okay.
and can guide you through the process.
All right, so you choose a custodian. What's next?
All right, so next you'll need to fund the account.
Okay.
You can typically do this by transferring funds from an existing IRA or 401k.
Got it.
Once the account is funded, you can work with a dealer to purchase IRS-approved gold bullion or coins.
Wait, so there's specific gold that's allowed in a gold IRA?
Absolutely. The IRS has very specific requirements.
Okay.
We're talking about highly pure bullion coins like American Gold Eagles or Canadian Maple Leafs. You
Right.
can't just buy any gold jewelry or collectible coins and expect it to qualify.
Yeah, you really need to do your research.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're getting the right type of gold. Yeah, and that's probably where a good custodian comes in.
Exactly. A reputable and knowledgeable custodian can help you navigate all those IRS regulations and ensure you're making compliant investments.
Makes sense. So once you've bought the gold,
Yeah.
where does it actually go?
That's where the depository comes in.
The depository.
Your gold will be stored in a secure IRS-approved depository.
Okay.
These are highly specialized facilities designed to safeguard precious metals.
Like Fort Knox for your
Think Fort Knox for your retirement saving.
retirement savings.
Yeah.
Wow.
These depositories have multiple layers of security, state-of-the-art technology, and strict protocols to prevent theft or damage.
So they're not just keeping it in a safe in the back.
Oh, no.
Okay.
This is serious business.
Okay.
They also carry insurance to protect your investment in case of any unforeseen events.
That's reassuring because I think for a lot of people, there's something comforting about knowing that their gold is physically held somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not just numbers on a screen.
You're absolutely right that tangibility is a big part of gold's appeal, especially in times of economic uncertainty.
Yeah.
People like to have something real, something they can hold in their hands
Mm-hmm.
that represents their wealth.
Like a piece of history.
Exactly, a tangible asset that has held value for centuries.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah, we have.
We talked about the shift from wealth accumulation to wealth preservation,
Mm-hmm.
the role of gold as a hedge against inflation,
Mm.
and how a gold IRA works.
Right.
Any final thoughts for our listeners who are just starting to explore this option?
I would say, first and foremost, do your research.
Okay.
There's a wealth of information available online and through reputable financial advisors.
Right.
Don't rush into any decisions.
Yeah.
Take your time, understand the risks and rewards, and most importantly, choose a trustworthy custodian and dealer who can guide you through the process.
Great advice.
Yeah.
Great advice. And speaking of choosing a trustworthy custodian,
Yes.
that seems like a really important step.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's critical.
Yeah. We're talking about our retirement savings here.
It is a big decision.
We want to make sure they're in good hands.
You want to make sure you're working with the right people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So where do we even begin?
Right.
What are some of the key things we should be looking for when evaluating custodians?
So first and foremost, I'd say reputation is key.
Okay.
You want a company with a solid track record, positive reviews from trusted sources, maybe even some industry recognition or awards.
Okay, so longevity, transparency.
Exactly. You want a company that's been around for a while, that's known for its ethical practices, and that's transparent in its dealings.
Makes sense. If they've been around for a while, they're probably doing something right.
Right, and don't be afraid to dig a little deeper.
Okay.
Look for online reviews, check with the Better Business Bureau, see if they have any complaints or disciplinary actions against them.
Yeah, do your homework.
Exactly. You want a custodian that's been vetted.
Okay, so reputation is a big one.
Yes.
What else should we be looking at?
Transparency is crucial. You want a provider that lays everything out on the table. No hidden fees, no complicated jargon.
Yeah.
Just clear, straightforward information about their services and costs.
That's a red flag for me, any company that's not upfront about their fees.
Absolutely. A reputable provider will be happy to walk you through their fee structure, explain all the costs involved, and answer any questions you have.
Right.
They should be open about their storage fees, transaction fees, and any other administrative costs.
So we've got reputation and transparency.
Hmm?
What about the actual storage of the gold?
Right.
That seems like a pretty important piece of the puzzle.
It is. You want to make sure your gold is stored in a secure, IRS-approved depository.
Right.
Ask about their security measures, their insurance policies, and their track record.
Yeah.
Remember, this gold is a tangible asset, so its physical safety is paramount.
John's probably wondering, like, where did this gold actually get stored?
Right.
Is it really safe?
Yeah, so John's gold, along with the gold of other investors, would be kept in a specialized facility designed for the safekeeping of precious metals.
Okay.
Think multiple layers of security, state-of-the-art technology, and strict protocols to prevent theft or damage.
So not a safe in the back of an office.
Definitely not. We're not talking about a safe in the back of an office.
Okay, good to know.
This is serious business.
Yeah, so it sounds like choosing the right custodian is kind of like a Goldilocks situation.
Yeah. Like that analogy.
You know, not too big
Right.
and impersonal, but not too small and risky either.
You want a custodian who's big enough to have a proven track record and robust security measures, but not so big that you feel like just a number in their system.
Right. You want that personal touch.
Exactly. You want to feel confident that they're taking good care of your investment and that you can reach them easily if you have questions or concerns.
Okay, so reputation, transparency, and secure storage are all key factors.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else we should be thinking about?
Customer service is essential. You want a provider that's responsive, knowledgeable, and genuinely committed to helping you navigate the process.
Yeah, this is our retirement savings we're talking about.
Exactly. You deserve to work with a company that treats you with respect and provides top-notch support.
But some financial experts argue that gold is a stagnant asset.
Mm-hmm.
How would you address that?
That's a fair point. While gold may not experience the same rapid growth as, say, a tech stock, its value lies in its stability and its ability to preserve wealth over time.
Okay.
It's not about getting rich quickly with gold. It's about weathering economic storms and maintaining purchasing power.
Yeah.
Remember, in retirement, preservation is key.
Right. And speaking of customer service, How do we assess that before actually signing up with a custodian?
Right, because everyone says they have great customer service.
Yeah, exactly.
So look for testimonials from other clients, check online reviews to see what people are saying about their experiences.
Okay.
And don't hesitate to call the custodian and ask some questions. See how responsive they are, how knowledgeable their staff is, and how willing they are to take the time to address your concerns.
Yeah, so it's like a little test drive.
Exactly. You want to feel comfortable and confident with the custodian you choose, because they'll be playing a key role in managing a significant portion of your retirement savings.
This is all great information, but let's face it, researching all of this can feel overwhelming.
It can be a lot to take in.
I'd be reaching for a big cup of coffee if I were trying to sort through all of this on my own.
I hear you. And that's precisely why we created the free checklist available at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
Oh, right.
This checklist breaks down all the key factors we've discussed into easy-to-understand steps, making it much easier to evaluate different providers and find the right fit for your needs.
That's fantastic. So we've covered reputation transparency, secure storage, and customer service as key factors to consider when choosing a Gold IRA custodian.
Right.
Now let's dive into another crucial aspect, understanding the fees associated with Gold IRAs.
Yes, fees are definitely something you need to pay attention to.
There's a lot of talk about fees out there.
There is.
It can be confusing to know what's reasonable and what's not.
You're right. After all, every dollar that goes towards fees is a dollar that's not working for you and growing your retirement savings.
Right. So what are some of the common fees associated with Gold IRAs?
Okay.
And how can we make sure we're getting a fair deal?
So one of the most common fees is the setup fee.
Okay, the setup fee.
This is a one-time fee that you pay when you open your Gold IRA account.
Okay,
It covers the administrative costs of setting up the account and getting everything in order.
makes sense. So what's a reasonable setup fee?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some companies charging hundreds of dollars while others charge much less.
Yeah, you're right. There's a wide range of setup fees out there.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, you should expect to pay somewhere between $50 and $200 for a setup fee.
Okay,
Anything significantly higher than that might be a red flag.
good to know.
Yeah.
So what other fees should we be on the lookout for?
Another common fee is the annual maintenance fee.
Okay, annual maintenance fee.
This is a recurring fee that covers the ongoing costs of administering your account,
Okay.
such as record-keeping reporting and customer service.
So it's like a subscription fee for having the account.
Exactly. And the annual maintenance fee can vary depending on the custodian and the services they provide.
Right.
You might see fees ranging from $100 to $300 per year.
Okay, so we've got setup fees and annual maintenance fees.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other fees that we should be aware of?
Yes, there are a couple more. You'll also typically have storage fees,
Storage fees.
which cover the cost of securely storing your gold in an IRS-approved depository.
Okay.
These fees can vary depending on the amount of gold you have and the specific depository being used.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, those depositories have to have top-notch security,
Right,
and that probably doesn't come cheap.
exactly. And finally, you might also encounter transaction fees,
Transaction fees.
which are charged when you buy or sell gold within your IRA. These fees can be a percentage of the transaction or a flat fee per transaction.
So it sounds like there are quite a few fees to keep in mind.
There are a few.
Any tips on how we can keep these fees as low as possible?
Absolutely. First, shop around and compare fees from different custodians.
Okay.
Don't just go with the first company you find.
Right.
Second, look for custodians who offer fee discounts for larger account balances
Yeah.
or for holding your gold in specific depositories.
Okay.
And finally, don't be afraid to negotiate.
Oh.
Sometimes you can get a custodian to lower their fees if you're willing to move a significant amount of money to their platform.
Those are great tips.
Yeah.
That sounds like a little bit of effort up front can potentially save you a lot of money in fees over the long run.
Exactly. And remember, those savings can really add up over time, leaving you with more money to enjoy during your retirement.
So we've talked about choosing a custodian understanding fees, but let's get back to the heart of why someone would consider a gold IRA in the first place.
Oh.
This whole idea of gold as a hedge against inflation. I'm curious what makes gold so special in this regard. I mean, aren't there other investments that can potentially keep up with rising prices?
Yeah, that's a great question. While there are other assets that can potentially hedge against inflation, gold has some unique characteristics that make it particularly appealing.
All right.
It all comes down to its history and its inherent properties.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit. What's so special about gold's history?
Well, for thousands of years, gold has been recognized as a store of value.
Yeah.
Civilizations across the globe have prized it for its beauty, its rarity, and its durability.
Hmm.
It's been used as currency, as a form of savings, and as a symbol of wealth and power.
Right. I remember learning about gold coins in ancient Rome and the gold rush in the American West.
Exactly.
Gold has definitely played a significant role throughout
It
history.
has, and that historical significance is a testament to its enduring value.
Okay.
Unlike paper currencies, which governments can print more of, diluting their value,
Right.
gold is finite. There's only so much of it in the world. And that scarcity, combined with its inherent properties, makes it a reliable store of value.
So it's like a limited edition collector's item that never goes out of style.
In a way, yes. And when inflation kicks in,
Yeah.
that limited supply of gold tends to make it more valuable.
Okay.
Think about it, when the cost of goods and services starts to rise, your dollar buys less,
Hmm.
but gold historically has tended to hold its purchasing power,
Right.
meaning you can still buy roughly the same amount of goods and services with a certain amount of gold, even when prices are rising.
That's why people talk about gold as a safe haven asset.
Exactly.
When economic storms hit, investors flock to gold because they see it as a reliable store of value.
It's like a financial anchor in turbulent waters.
Yeah.
And for retirees, especially those on fixed incomes, this kind of stability can be incredibly valuable.
Right?
They need their savings to maintain their purchasing power over time, and gold has a proven track record of doing just that.
It's about peace of mind, really knowing that a portion of your retirement savings is protected from the erosive effects of inflation.
Absolutely.
But what about those who say that gold is a stagnant asset,
Mm-hmm.
that it doesn't generate income or grow like stocks?
That's a valid point. Gold is not about rapid growth or generating income through dividends.
Okay.
It's a store of value, a hedge against inflation, and a way to diversify your portfolio.
Okay.
It's that safe haven asset that can help you weather economic storms and preserve your purchasing power over the long term.
So it's not about getting rich quickly with gold. It's about protecting what you've already earned and making sure it lasts.
Exactly.
It's about that steady, reliable presence in your portfolio that can bring a sense of stability, especially during times of uncertainty.
You got it. And that's why we see many retirees incorporating gold IRAs into their retirement plans.
Yeah.
It's not about replacing all their traditional investments,
Right.
but rather adding a layer of protection and diversification.
It's about finding that balance, that peace of mind, knowing that a portion of their hard-earned savings is in a tangible asset with a long history of holding its value.
Absolutely. And if you're looking to explore this strategy further, we encourage you to visit goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
Right.
There you'll find a free checklist designed to help you navigate the world of gold IRAs, find reputable providers, and make informed decisions about your retirement savings.
It's a valuable resource packed with insights and tips to empower you on your journey toward a secure and fulfilling retirement.
Yes.
And remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your financial future. So take advantage of this free resource. Do your research and start building that golden safety net for your retirement years.
Well said. It's been a pleasure diving deep into this topic with you.
Likewise, and to all of you listening, thank you for joining us on this exploration of gold IRAs. We hope you've gained valuable insights and feel more confident about making informed decisions regarding your retirement planning. Don't forget to check out goldirablueprint.com/exclusive for that free checklist. And until next time, may your retirement be filled with golden opportunities and lasting peace.